Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Tuesday, July 16th, 2024, 6:23 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:23 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. But before I do that in officially 7 minutes, I'm going to say hello to my friends and do an audio visual check. Good morning, Greg. Hey, Hector. Dollar Tree Farmer. Hey, DYOR. Gita. Topher. Hey, Spaceball. Hey, Mao. Howdy. Are you on a rainy walk today? Hey, Bullstrike. Dustin. The way that you just typed that, well, you didn't do anything. It's my eyes. I read Mom Lori instead of Morin Lori, so I think I need to increase my readers and the prescription. Hey, Hunter. Hey, Sam. Hey, Tess. Hey, Nugget. Thank you. And I believe I have my delay down to 13 seconds. I have my volume turned up. And I fixed one more thing. Oh, I fixed my mouse. So here's to victories for almost boomers getting some technology things right on their own. Thank you, Me Too. Thank you, Dollar Tree. I have time to take a few chart requests, so let's go look at DJT. Looks like that one is first. DJT had dilution after hours yesterday. It could still have some decent volatility today, but just be careful. Dilution creates selling pressure, and I believe it's to raise $1.5 billion. That's not nothing. We're below yesterday's low, so now 38.06 is the level for bulls to cross and put a little pressure on the bears. But as long as we're below 38.06, it's a short signal. There you go, Duke the Fool. Hit that like button. Hey, Jenny. Hey, awesome one-liner. Hey, Mila. Hector, I think PLTR got a downgrade. Yep, getting your walk in. Hey, Jill. Okay, what's next? Open. Open sesame. Looks like we got a gap up over resistance. Weekly is over resistance. 276 is next. Daily is overbought. 4-hour overbought. Gap rules apply. As long as this gap upholds, then bulls are in control. I would not be buying it up here. I would definitely have it on back burner watch. I think this could present a great back burner opportunity. But if you're already in long, you're fine. Stay in long as these hourly EMAs are below you. If you're trying to find a long, I think the risk to reward doesn't make sense up here. CLF. And tell me if y'all can tell a difference in the delay. Is it better? And also, does the sound a little bit higher and a little bit better? If you can, that'd be great. If there's no change, there's no change. Okay, CLF, wow, running into the daily 50 MA with upper wicks of bears selling into it. You know how I feel about that. Looking for a weekly lower high. It's 4-hour overbought. Got overbought. Yeah, this is a short for me, dog. This daily 50 MA seems to be a headache for the bulls. And we have earnings next Monday. Yeah, I would be looking to top fish against yesterday's high with the daily 50 MA overhead, upper wicks of profit taking, and realizing the most likely scenario, or recognizing the most likely scenario, is a weekly lower high. Omar, I've heard that my whole life and it never gets old. Lori, what's the story? The story is, I'm a big old bear this morning and I don't know why. I could not find a bullish setup. Microsoft actually was one of them because we are looking for a daily higher low compared to 44566. If we were gapping down, I would love this setup. We have an hourly squeeze. We're below the hourly 50 MA. If we could clear 455, bulls have a shot here to establish that daily higher low. And let's just look on the weekly time frame at a lot of these high beta names. Microsoft, potential weekly bull flag. Google, potential weekly bull flag. Meta is not as clear. That was a little bit more of a give back, but weekly is healthy. Apple is just en fuego. Is that how you say it? En fuego? So Microsoft could give us a chance with that squeeze as long as it's over 455. All right, IWM I'm going to go over. OGI. OGI looking for a weekly lower high. That rhymed. Getting smacked by the daily 50 MA. Are we seeing a trend or what? Yeah, this would be a short for me against $1.73. Looking for the weekly lower high and running into the 50 MA on the daily. All right, let's get this show on the road. I have been up since, well, I don't think I slept, but that's okay. I've been up since 2:30, been pondering life, and I think I got it all figured out. Just kidding. All right, so let's start with the market environment dossier. This is a table where I bring all the puzzle pieces together that were thrown on the floor overnight. I put the puzzle together, and overall, we're still looking more bullish, but I can pick out some very distinct bearish setups. And by the way, this is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to check us out, the pin is pinned in YouTube chat right there. We have a free membership for 50 people. We cap it at 50 because we don't want to overwhelm our chat, but it's free for 14 days, and you can take a look behind the curtain to see how the sausage is made. So come join us. I know we have about 30 new members. Let me check. Yeah, so we have about 20 spots available. So go join TCG and check us out for 2 weeks. All right. Data just happened. Yeah, retail sales just happened. All right, did that. Economic calendar retail sales higher than anticipated. On the core retail sales, and month over month, no change. So that's slightly bearish. That's a good news is bad news, but it looks like it's reversing pretty quickly. All right, let's go take a look at the indices. Awesome, Foxy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, so yesterday we ended the day. You could look at it on the 2-hour. We had a potential rising wedge. Now, rising wedges tend to break bullish. They tend to not break bearish when you're in a blue sky scenario because it's bullish. However, we did break bear overnight, and then we broke down into a head and shoulders. So there's the left shoulder, and there's the world's ugliest head, and there's the right shoulder. So we'll see what bulls can do with this. Again, I want to remind you, we are so healthy on so many time frames on ES. So my individual picks, don't let that get you overly bearish on the market as a whole. All right, NASDAQ. NASDAQ does not look as healthy as ES, and I like this one better on the 12-hour. 12-hour, we set that lower high. Now, where do we get a higher low, if at all, compared to 203.35? That remains to be seen. And do we see some rotation back into technology? Where would we see that rotation? Well, out of this sucker. This is on fire. That's unbelievable. My favorite setup is a trampoline setup. Absolute favorite. So I'm looking for a potential temporary top in IWM today. So let me go address the ETF. So conservative bulls are looking for back burners and aggressive bears are looking for top fish. Okay, we just went through 219.43. Next resistance is 220. 220. I wouldn't front run this. I would make the bears show you the whites of their eyes. And then I would likely express this trade in TZA, buying this long to short the Russell. That'll be a high risk trade. If you want a more conservative trade, you'll be looking for the first 5-minute or 15-minute oversold conditions today for a back burner. And if y'all can't tell, I'm feeling much better today. Had my greens, and I'm all shook up. Okay, 40654, that's the new all-time high. We're coming up to test that right now. We just got over the hourly high at 40626, only with about $5. So let's see if bulls can get some continuation. The banks are helping the Dow bulls. Morgan Stanley's red on earnings this morning. And Bank of America is green on earnings this morning. XLF is gapping up ever so slightly to a new all-time high. We'll see if they can hold this gap up. All right. VIX got a daily higher high, but stay with me here on this one. Stay with me. Well, that line is in the way, so maybe I can show you better on the 4-hour. Do y'all see this action of tiny higher highs without follow through and tiny lower lows without follow through? We have a broadening formation on VIX. This is bullish for the market, in my opinion. And you're like, wait, crazy lady, we just got a daily higher high and you're saying that's bullish for the market when VIX gets a higher high? We got a higher high, but only by 14 cents. This sure does look like a broadening formation to me. And now we have a 15-minute downtrend. I think if we pop up near 1347 again, now that's barring any news, like geopolitical news that comes in, then all bets are off. But I think we could look for a top fish against 1350 for potential broadening wedge, broadening formation. Lord, why is that so hard to say? Okay. Hang Seng was really red overnight again, and DAX is red overnight again. And that's likely tied to the Trump narrative that he is not pro-China. So do that with what you want to do with it. And by the way, asterisk, footnote, I'm the least political person you will ever meet. So if you think I mentioned Trump because I'm pro-Trump, think again. If you think I mentioned Biden because I'm pro-Biden, think again. I really don't want which is someone who would be older than my grandpa if he were still alive. My grandpa wouldn't even be 80 years old. So I don't want my grandpa running the country. So I'm not pro anything. I am pro making money. So please don't take any of my comments as a political comment. I got some comments on my YouTube video last night where I said Trump pump, and that really ticked off some people. But we did have some individual names that really got a good pump because of the news. All right, Bitcoin is making a recovery from overnight consolidation. However, this retracement is not what bulls wanted to see. Now, if you're a bear on Bitcoin or you are looking for a potential top fish, you would be looking for an hourly lower high on Bitcoin. Support is 62,410.33. But don't get it twisted. There's nothing wrong with this chart. We ran into the daily 50 EMA and we got a daily double top, and now we're just doing some healthy consolidation so far. Again, we held the 4-hour 12 EMA. It was deeper than what the bulls would have liked to have seen, but it ain't game over yet for the bulls. Ethereum got a pop yesterday on the ETF news, but it was already running hard from crypto bullish Trump narrative. So I don't know that the bulls got the pump they wanted because they were already extended. Here, same thing. We ran into the daily 50 MA and we have a double top. Plenty of room for a daily higher low. Wu-Tang is forever. That's awesome. Okay, so we're looking for a potential 4-hour lower high on Ethereum as well. That pullback was more than what bulls would have liked to have seen. But we're fine on the daily. We're Gucci. Dollar, weekly quad bottom at 104. and we are bouncing in a big way. This data is helping the dollar push hard, and that could be bearish for gold. Yep, here we go to the downside on gold. Gold was unable to clear the all-time high on futures. I like it better on spot price. You can see it clearly. XAUUSD yesterday, we came within $6 of the all-time high. So gold right now is in a precarious situation with the dollar with a weekly quad bottom, and we're seeing that right now. Speaking of precarious, oil, we lost our daily support of 80.81. This head and shoulders confirms below 80.18. There's the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. We have API estimates after hours at 4:30 today, and we have oil inventory tomorrow at 10:30. All right, so on oil, we have just started this daily bear break, or we have confirmed the daily bear break, but XLE is not even below yesterday's low yet. This could be a laggard short idea on XLE. I like that idea of XLE short today, so we'll see how that pans out. All right, we did that. Nat trash is still nat trash. It's getting a small bounce, but it's not really impressing anyone. It's below the hourly EMAs. If you're tired of being hot, raise your hand. I'm raising my hand in case you were wondering. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Apple is still strong. We're closer to the higher end of yesterday than the lower end. Actually, let's be real. We're opening up near the middle now. Yeah, we're right smack dab in the middle, like almost to the penny. So we'll see how Apple resolves out of this sideways action. It had a big gap up yesterday and just went sideways. Apple is very healthy. Daily bull flag confirmed. Amazon's in a weird spot. Weekly potential bull flag. Okay, I'll give the bulls that. But that's about all you can give them with this heavy selling, likely Bezos. We have Amazon Prime Day started today, and it'll be run through tomorrow. And it is my opinion and assumption that Amazon's getting a bounce off of that, but we're not near yesterday's high. We are running into the Great Wall of Louisiana, the hourly 50 MA. So be careful on Amazon. If you want to get bullish on this Prime Day stuff, be careful. Someone's had their finger on the sell button. Nvidia, I like to trade futures, Duke. I prefer futures. But that's just me. All right, so NVDA yesterday, we broke the low of Friday by 4 cents. That does not a bear break make. We were in a daily higher high situation and a daily uptrend, looking for the daily higher low. If this is a weekly bear flag, bulls are pretty upset about last week's candle, that big upper wicket profit taking. Not ideal, but it's not game over for the bulls just yet. It'll be interesting to see, do we see rotation from Banks and Russell back into semis and back into technology? And that's probably the most important sentence I've said today so far, besides get me coffee, daughter. My daughter sent me Starbucks. I didn't ask for it. She volunteered it, sweet girl. Okay, on Tesla, we have a 12-hour EQ, higher high, higher low, lower high, and going sideways in between yesterday's price action. Musk announced overnight he will donate or commit to $45 million a month for Trump's super PAC. I don't know if this is the bullish correlation or what. Don't really care. I'm just going to trade this 12-hour EQ. I'll be looking to top fish 265.60. And I don't like a long. We're just too far away from support. I guess you could use 251.73, yesterday's low. All right, my long litany of Queen of the Mountain trades. Bros before, you already know. So on bros, the size of this huge pullback, Odds favor a daily lower high. We lost daily support. We bounced from the 26 EMA. Now, due to the size of that retracement, we are looking for a lower high on the daily. Hourly is overbought, and 4 hour is approaching overbought. So looking for a daily lower high, 4 hour approaching overbought, gap up, yes please, for a top fish setup. All right. CB. This is Buffett's name. There's my trend line. So on the 4 hour, I was looking at this clear trend up. On the weekly, we are looking for a lower high. On the daily, we are running into the 50 MA. On the 4 hour, if we lose this uptrend, there's my alert for the trend line loss. I'll be looking for a short. The only thing would make this better is a gap up. And did any of y'all get Meta yesterday? Yeah, Tesla could be a bear diamond on the daily chart or the 12 hour. It could be the very beginning of it. You're tired of being hot too, Jenny? Yeah. Okay. DKNG. Very similar. Well, it's similar, not very similar, but similar to Bros. So on DKNG, we're looking for a weekly lower high. And guess what? Running into the daily 50 MA with a gap up. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm looking for a top fish with this 4 hour overbought. I understand it's hot, hot, hot. I'm not going to front run it. I want to see some weakness on the 2 to 5 minute first before I enter it short. What did I do with that? Okay. I had another pick. Was it IWM? Yeah. I want to get that back to where I had it. Okay. EXAS. You are not going to believe this, but similar setup. Looking for a weekly lower high. Hit the daily 50 MA yesterday and rejected. We're opening up near the high of yesterday. I'm looking for a top fish setup against $48 on EXAS. Of course, I can't trade all of these setups. I just bring you my best 4 to 5 ideas that I can find by researching. Today, I probably did 300 charts at least. And these are the best ideas and best setups that I could find. And then we already talked about the Russell. I'm looking for a top fish setup, but I want to see the whites of the bear's eyes first, looking for a temporary top. So the first trade would be a bear setup, and the second trade would be a back burner setup. Oh, Hunter, that sounds difficult. You didn't get Meta, but you're learning it. Awesome, Nugget. Good job. Hey, Wave. Meta. I go live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings in the chat room for the market open for at least an hour and give out live trades as I see them. And this was one of my trades yesterday. So we were looking for actually a daily higher low, which made this even more appetizing. We were looking for a daily higher low, 4 hour opening oversold, and we nailed the crap out of that sucker. And I'm pretty sure I sold the top as well. That was a fun trade because we went from 4 hour oversold to straight to 15-minute overbought, and we were bumping up against resistance from Friday, and that's just an ideal place to exit. All right. So Meta, sorry I didn't answer the question. So 4 hour still doesn't look super healthy. We do have earnings next week, and we are looking for a daily higher low. We broke this prior day support by $1 into the end of day, but bulls look like they're trying to get a recovery going. But this is not in an ideal place for me for a long or a short. It's just not in great location. I want good location, just like real estate. Location, location, that's what you want for your trade positioning. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go boot up the live stream for chart guys. Y'all get ready for me over there. And don't forget about this free trial. It will be over tomorrow evening. It is pinned at the top of chat. 14 days and we only have 20 spaces left. And I see that we've had about 6 people join since I've been live. So we have 14 places left. Go join and see how the sausage is made. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day.